What's up everybody, Chase here with Everett Chevrolet out of Hickory, North Carolina. Behind me, we have a pre-owned 2024 BMW i40. This i40 is very special because it is the last year model that you can get the base model trim available in, the eDrive 35. Now don't let that scare you away, this base model has a ton to offer. It's very comparable to the entry-level Tesla Model 3, but I think drivers are gonna prefer this even more once they get on the inside of this BMW. So starting off, it is a single motor rear wheel drive all electric car based off of the 4 Series from the BMW. So that's why it looks a little familiar. It shares the same body as a 4 Series internal combustion engine BMW. It makes a ton of power, 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. Pretty good if you ask me, but of course the higher trim levels go even higher. But this is gonna be just enough for your city driving. It only makes 276 miles of range, but it's from a 70 kilowatt hour battery pack. So that's not a lot, and it's very efficient. Your miles per kilowatt hour is gonna be around 3.5 miles, which is in top of the line with your other electric vehicles. Now, this single motor in the rear of the car is extremely powerful. It makes upwards of 282 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, which is not a ton for your average electric vehicle, but the BMW handles it seamlessly. The drive is phenomenal and it's very smooth. Now let's talk about charging before we go into anything else, because most people want to know how it's going to affect their daily lives. BMW planned for this, and you can charge up to 93 miles in just 10 minutes from a public DC fast charger. Now those public DC fast chargers, we know as Tesla superchargers, can go upwards of 250 kilowatts per hour. This is limited to 180, but that is more than enough. If you can add 90 miles of range in 10 minutes, that's better than most vehicles on the market, and that's not gonna inconvenience you much at all. Just driving around town with a full range of 270 miles, you're not really gonna accomplish that in a full day. So if you didn't wanna charge at a public DC fast charger, just bring it home and plug it in like your cell phone. It'll charge overnight in 8 hours with a standard 220 volt outlet. That seems pretty good to me. Same as my phone, same as your phone. So just plug up your car, plug up your phone, and you're ready to go for your next day. Beyond the looks of this BMW, you do get a few additional packages, the M Sport package, of course, and the premium package. So most of the features are on the inside, but what is on the outside is gonna be your advanced aero kit. So these little aero inserts you can put into your 18-inch wheels are gonna help you get more range and less aerodynamic drag. Now those are around your Pirelli P0 all-season tires. They have a ton of tread left with only 8,500 miles on this car. It has depreciated by $20,000 in the last year. Now, some of you might look at that and say, oh, I'm a little scared to get into that, but you have pretty much buying this car from us right now, you're gonna save a ton of money rather than purchasing it brand new, which MSRP'd for around $58,000 with the included packages. The M Sport package includes adaptive suspension, variable sport steering, and much more. We'll check out on the inside, but that is a $3,000 upgrade, and then your premium package is another $2,000 upgrade. All things that you don't have to worry about. That was factored into the original MSRP, and you get to save on it whenever you buy this from Everett Chevrolet. So let's check out the inside, see if it's worth it. What's up everybody? So we're on the inside of the BMW i40, and the first thing you're gonna notice is this gigantic display. So you got 15 inches of driver infotainment center, and then you have your digital gauge cluster right here. That's about 12 inches of display. Both are customizable, but they integrate so seamlessly, and it's so clean and perfect. Now, what I can really appreciate about what BMW did here is including Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Of course, you're gonna get your usual weather and maps display, and the BMW maps right here that connect to your Apple CarPlay or your Apple Maps is phenomenal. It really goes together well, and I'm surprised that they were able to integrate both car projection and their at-home software into one seamless display. It keeps the consumer happy, and I love it personally. Now above that, you do get a driver's head-up display that also has your directions, your speed, and your speed limit reminder. And then a part of that BMW M Sport package, you get a special steering wheel. This steering wheel is heated, a part of the premium package. And in addition to your BMW premium package, you get lumbar support, which is adjustable on the side of your seats. They are heated, and you get, of course, the heated steering wheel. Now that's pretty much it for the premium package. This was optioned with WeatherTech floor mats, which is a very nice touch. And then down here in the center console, you got your standard start and stop and a gear selector. Haven't quite got used to that yet, but it's very easy and out of the way. It actually makes sense that they didn't put it up here this time, because that would be in your way completely. Now, other than that, you only have a few buttons to touch right up here. You have your rear AC controls. You have a volume knob if you so choose to use it, but it's much easier to use your steering wheel controls. Now below that, I love this hidden compartment, hidden under solid wood grain, and it's got a very nice touch to it. Other than that, two very small cup holders, a 12-volt outlet, a 6-volt USB outlet, and a wireless phone charger, so no shortage of charging, and if you need an extra one, you have USB back here. Your rear passengers will also have two and their own driver climate controls. And last but certainly not least, it would not be a BMW without a sunroof. And I really appreciate the power shade. A lot of these have manual controls, but BMW took the extra initiative and made it powered. And then the sunroof doesn't open all the way, just enough to get a little extra airflow in here, which is a very nice touch. So that about wraps up my take on the BMW i40. This eDrive 35 is a outgoing trim level that you will not be able to get in a 2025 lineup. So if you're looking to save some money, get something pre-owned, and you don't need the additional creature comforts or performance from the higher trim levels, then come and get this eDrive 35. You will not be let down with the features it has to offer. I can think of several people right now that would be loving this car. Now, for those of you who are nervous about making the switch to an electric vehicle, I really don't think you have much to worry about if you're not driving long distances every single day. If your commute is less than 250 miles a day, then this would be a comfortable and good option. If you live in a colder state that you don't have to commute over 100 miles a day, this would be a perfect option, especially if you live in a city with available fast chargers or public chargers around you, or you can just plug up at home. Electric will fit anybody's lifestyle better than they might think. And this might just be the ticket. This vehicle right here feels like a normal gas-powered car. It looks like a normal gas-powered car, but it performs like an EV, so it's better. If you haven't driven an EV before, I highly encourage you to do so. They are phenomenal, and it doesn't get any more luxurious than that. Now, if you're not looking to get into a BMW, maybe something with a little bit more range, of course, General Motors has a phenomenal electric selection with much higher range amounts. So come by Everett Chevrolet in Hickory, North Carolina. We have an awesome pre-owned selection and an awesome new selection with 4 different brands. Come check us out.